Hi guys. Firstly, just want to apologise for not doing a video last week. It's been a bit manic for me again with the business side of things, so I just didn't really find the time last weekend to do a video on anything. What I'm going to do today is just another forecast video. I'm away now on Monday for a few days with the family. Just need to try and get out of the area a little bit, just to feel a bit of freedom, I guess. I live in southern Spain, so it's been quite difficult with the lockdown, and we were trying to get back to the UK to see family and friends, but every time I had a flight booked, it just kept getting cancelled. So we're going to the next best thing. We're actually going to go to Gibraltar, where we can actually drive to it. So it's about a 5-hour drive. Going up there Monday, back Friday. So just a few days away. I probably won't step away from trading. I'll probably just do a little bit of trading on my phone. Whatever trades I'll do, I'll show you next weekend and go through them with you all as my training, basically. I took a lot of trades this last week. I think Friday was the only negative day I actually had last week. Just going to go back now and quickly check my last week. So Friday was actually my only bad day. I finished just over 100 pips for the week. Would have been 140, but as I said, on Friday I lose about 40 odd pips on Friday, which was a bit of a pain. One of them was actually on euro dollar. I tried to sell it here from this area and I got out of it just here, but I stacked the trade, so it was a bit annoying. And CAD JPY, I had two positions on CAD JPY, so there's another one that I failed out on. Let me just quickly take a look. So I actually bought into CAD JPY again at this area, around this area. Looks like just looking to see. No, yeah, sorry for silence. So I bought into it at 400, so around this area here. And I managed to just get out of it with like a slight profit. I only lost 70 euros. No, I gained, sorry, let me just go through this. So I lost around 100 euros on this, around 10 pips, nothing too major. But yeah, them two trades I did fail out on Friday. Euro dollar has been amazing for me. I've been selling euro dollar a lot. On the 11th of August, at around 4:30, it looks like euro dollar. So I would have thought it would have been around here, 11th of August. Oh no, it would have been around here actually. And I must have jumped in around here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is where, so when price rejected from this area, which I drew on one of our forecasts probably about 2 weeks ago, these blue lines have been holding very well. So you can see multiple rejections over here. They've literally just been holding for a number of days. Even now they're still holding. So I've actually just kept these lines here. But yeah, it would have been around this area here. 117.945. Yeah, I'm at 962. So 945. So I would have actually got in at the very top here, and I got into another position, so another second position then at 817. So I would have got into another position here. I guess where we had the second bearish momentum candle here. This wick pulled up, and I think I just jumped in. Oh, I opened a sell limit actually. Yeah, I opened a sell limit on this, and it felt quite nice. I didn't actually hold it all the way. I got out of the trade only with 30 pips, so I got out around here. No, even higher than that. I got out about here, around 600. So I literally got in and out very quickly. I'm trading higher lots now because I've got a larger account. I'm trading high lots and literally just getting in and out. I'm looking just for 50 pips a day, either with 2 trades, 3 trades, 4 trades, just getting in and out basically. This video's already gone on for quite some time whilst I've been looking at my history. I should have pre-planned it, but I guess at least you know it's genuine if I haven't, pre done my homework on it all. But basically, yeah, it was been a good week. I'm finishing good profits. So I'm happy. but I was a bit annoyed on Friday where I did have a bit of a losing streak. Normally, Fridays are normally quite good for me, but mainly Mondays are the only days that I don't normally trade other than weekends, obviously. So let me just go into the forecast now and explain what we're doing. So as I said, on euro dollar, these lines are holding very, very well. As you can see, we've got the high here and we've got a low here. And these areas are literally just being respected massively along these areas. So what we're looking at now, though, is that it has actually failed to create another high so far. What I want to really see, though, is a break of this area before looking at any sells. If we see a rejection here with a bullish momentum, I might even take it back up to the 119 area just to see if we can retest that structure. Normally I don't look at higher time frames, but as you can see, it's had a lot of sideways movement at the moment. You can see on the 4 hour, it's a lot of buyer pressure here. You can see that the buyers have a lot of control finishing on Friday. You've got the bears trying to push it down but just failing to do so multiple times. We've got 3 bulls here with huge wicks, and then we have that bearish momentum. So we might even see, hopefully we'll see it come back down here even with just a rejectional wick, but we might even see a break higher, and then we might even just wait for it to come to this area and look for another sell depending on how it looks at the time. So really these are the areas you want to be looking for, 119 and 118 more or less, and just see what's happening. It's ranging. If you're scalping, it doesn't really matter to you, but because of the sideways movement, it's a bit difficult to really say what's going on. There's not really any clear trend. We've got a high here. We haven't broke lower, so I would still class this as in an uptrend. However, we did fail to create another high before market close, so we could see this just fall to the floor and change direction. So euro dollars, that's my bias. I'm just waiting for it to come to the 118 or the 119 area and see where it takes me. Dollar Canadian, so dollar Canadian again has been very sideways movements. I've got this area drawn out, the 132.742. If I go to the hourly, we'll see it a bit better here. So we have a little bit of sell pressure here, so a little bit of bears are present, but the bulls are still moving up, so we might see it come back up to this area. What I want to see is a solid bearish candle engulfing of, if I can get into a sell limit, sort of what I'll be looking at is a sell limit around here after it's retested this structure. Bring our stop to around 25 pips and go for a 2 to 1, which would still be a nice trade and stay within this range, because obviously here we have a little bit of support as well. So we have a little minor support, minor resistance here. You can see the stochastic is oversold, and so is the RSI coming up to it as well. So we might see a little bit of a rejection from the 132.750, and we'll get into a sell here. Pound dollar, again, it's been trying to make new highs and it just keeps failing to do so. So we have this resistance here, and we also have a bit of support down here, as you can see with these hourly candles here. So again, because of this sideways movement, I'm waiting to really for it to break and retest one of these 2 areas before looking at entering any trades. The Friday was a very poor day. If I go over to the daily, though, we'll have a bit more of a better trend. So as I say, I think it's a lot more bearish pressure here. The bulls are trying their best, but look at that bearish engulfing. Bulls try to push up, bears beat it. Bulls try to push up, bears beat it, and so on. It's just the wicks are huge. Although they're finishing in green, you can see the wicks are much bigger than the actual candle itself. So the bears are pushing the price right back down on the daily. The 4 hour then, you can see some major resistance. You've got some divergence here as well. So although price goes sideways, you can see that the RSI is actually making lower highs. Aussie dollar then, this was a trade I've actually been mostly interested in, mainly because this resistance hasn't been broken since the 11th of August. Ever since, been trying to break it but unable to do so. So what I'm waiting for now is an engulfing pressure, bearish momentum here, or if it does break, is a retest, then we'll follow the trade up. But I can't imagine the Aussie really going that much further. We've had a lot of serious bullish momentum on the Aussie. I think we're due a decent pull back to at least this structure area here. So if we could get into, if you're the type of person to actually hold a swing trade and not so concerned about the period of time. You can get a 350 pip move here, more or less, if you get it right, because I think it will have to at least pull down to this sort of structure as well. I think so. Around 200 to 300 pips you could take. I'm not a swing trader as such anymore. I've sort of gone into the scalping sort of setup. I enjoy scalping now because the scalping style, I should say, mainly just because my account is so large now that I can literally just do high lots, get in and out, and finish for the day much quicker than I would of before when I was actually growing the account. So the dollar yen, here we have another bit of resistance. We've actually broken this previous swing low here, and as you can see, we've had multiple retests already. The only problem we've got here is the RSI stock is actually oversold already, but what I want to see is if I can get a sell limit put in around this area here, just below these candles here, and we'll go for a nice 2 to 1 as always. We'll go for 35 pips to 70, I think is a good area. 35 to 70, which will take us to about here. And that will line up nicely with this structure area here. The dollar's actually been quite strong, as you can see. So there's a lot of downside movement as well for the dollar yen to come to. We had a nice double top, broke that previous swing low, retesting that swing, and now we're waiting for that little leg further downwards to actually get into a trade here. So that's what I'm looking for on these pairs. You can obviously rewind it back and go through them. Any problems, any questions, please let me know, guys. And just so you know, this is just the way that I'm analysing the markets. When it comes to actually setting the trade and actually taking an entry, it is a little bit more complicated, where I will actually sometimes use a 30-minute time frame. I wouldn't just set a sell limit per se. It looks quite nice to set a sell limit, but I can just check in quite often, every 30 minutes or so, as you know, I don't actually have a job per se at 9-5 or anything, so I can always check in on my charts. If you unfortunately you can't do that, then you can just do what I'm doing here, drawing areas of support and resistance, set and sell limits after a certain size of rejection from that area, and just let your trades run. If you're going to do this, start off with very low lots, micro lots, 0.01s, and just see how you get on with that, really, guys. That's what we've all had to do at one time when we was learning to trade, is do it this way to find out what sort of way we could do it around a job. Otherwise, you could do the late night sessions, you know, the Asian session, depending on where you are. But basically, guys, these are the majors that I'm looking at. I probably will look at other pairs, but the video just goes on too long if I'm looking at a lot more, so I try to keep this to 10 minutes. It's already on 13, but that's because of me talking about my previous trades. I will try and get a educational video out on Saturday, just when I get back from my holiday, and I'll let you all know how we got on over there. Although it's not really going to be too much fun, it's just nice to get away from the house. And yeah, hope you all have a good week, good trading week. Have a nice Sunday, because I've done it a bit earlier this week. And drop me a message or a comment if there's anything you want me to go through in particular. Like and subscribe, and hopefully my videos are helping just some of you in regards to the foreign exchange market. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.